This is another version of the first company innovation by designs. What? Viva Technology, Viva Tech, innovation by designs, and then straight to the Zoom, Bloom, innovation by designs, not forgetting the Forbes Young African Award by innovation by designs of the Lamoshe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs with Moshe Zodiac Innotech Creative Creations.org and the Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs in combination with Kubulile West Coast Foundation, not forgetting Sisonke Sianoba, together we conquer Agile Farming Confederation, 18 Ps of the ICSD VC4A, Afri at Tech at Viva Technology, Empire of Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza, Planetary Business Universe Startup ecosystem of organizations, foundations, and Innotech Innovation Social Entrepreneurial Companies of the Conversations Alpha of Generation Alpha 2022. On the road to Qatar 2022, not forgetting 2023. Promise from Donald Trump about flying cars to Las Vegas and the Russia spacewalk tour of 2023. We are the nominees of the 2023, 2026, 2036, 2040 to 2063. The agenda towards Africa 2063, as we are a source of the African soil from the city of Cape Town, Griqua Towns, celebrating our 207 years of independence. Therefore, this is the category of manifesto venture categories that determine our companies of empire startups. Therefore, we have selected another discovery over here, which is the discovery of finance department that we promised in another presentation 2131 before this playlist. We have selected now a category of manifesto venture categories for these 2023 Innovation by Designs Awards. Finance, foreign direct investments, finance with also the name of the Bitcoin Kings, Trevor Noah, and J.T. Fox, next to Cesar Brian Makaluza, who is the graduate student at the University of Cape Town Graduate School of Business of the Department of Raymond Ackerman Academy. He managed to ensure that his discovery of the Wheel of Fortune, you will find all the media video presentations about the Wheel of Fortune, what the New World Order discovery from the YouTube channel feed. Check it out right now on Cesar Brian Makaluza YouTube channel feed of Cesar Brian Makaluza, representing all the ICSD 2020 to 2030 innovation by designs, discoveries, inventions, creations, accountabilities of great balance of the 21st millennium. Now, as we enter in the Department of Finance, Department of Foreign Direct Investments, we have discovered it very carefully since I was a student at the Raymond Ackerman Academy of the University of School of Business in 2012. Year 2012. In 2011, Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza was invited at the Pitch and Polish of Race Corp. Yes, at the barn in Khayelitsha, Cape Town. As we introduced it, that's when in 2011 he managed to design all the bus designs and truck designs in 2011. And then in 2012 he became the semi-finalist of the Pitch and Polish Race Cup. For more information about these creativities, please contact pitch at racecorp.com and ask for Miss Brainwayne for the legacy of Sister Bright Makaluz, the scientific committee staff member of the ICSD 2020. Catch us on the web URL https youtube.com/view underscore all underscore playlists question mark NV is equal to 1. Once again, https://youtube.com/view underscore all underscore playlist question mark is equal to 1. Now let's get into it. What? Yes, celebrating over it. Sure, what combination of what Sister Brian Makaluza, what at the Innovation by Designs each and every consecutive years. Finance. How much really in any much of any value of financial finances? Here is it, the 21st millennium discoveries of Sister Brian Makaluza. Therefore, I myself would like to say I'm thankful for the great introduction about me, welcoming me into the presentation of today's. Once again, I'd like to invite you into library corner, to the boardroom, to the study room, which is our own ICSD, oral presentation, poster, and media video presentation since 2017. I am doing this privilege in the name of Mr. Walter Bates, Professor Walter Bates, Ambassador Raymond Ackerman, and Alan Reyes. Not forgetting the City of Cape Town government, and then I welcome also my government of the Western Cape government, and each and everyone out there who is willing to vote for us, please, over there. Finance Department of the Manifesto of the categories. Yes, finance. Firstly, you first have only a 10 rand, a 10 bucks, a 10 rand, and then you have 100 rand, and then you will have a 1,000 rand, and then you will have a 10,000 rand, a 10,000, you understand? And then from 10,000 you have 100,000. From 100,000 you have 1 million. From 1 million you have 10 million. And then from 10 million is 100 million. And then what do you do next year? For how many years have you been saying? How do you do next? So the first innovation, invest discovery by Mr. Sister Brian Makaluza in terms of Station 5. Station 5 of SoundCloudMusic.com. Station 5 catch the album known as the Passion to Survive of Gurubete Sisapamushe, Passion to Survive of the Wheel of Fortune, a Passion to Survive of Gurubete Sisapamushe, Passion to Survive of the Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, yes, Wheel of Fortune, Gurubete Sisapamushe, Passion to Survive, Wheel of Fortune. Catch us on Station 5, online on 5, on SoundCloudMusic.com. Catch us on Station 5, when we sound out loud, on SoundCloudMusic.com. Kurubete Savamushi, Station 5. Therefore, before we enter into other discoveries over there from Sister Brian Makaluza, we are dedicating this presentation abroad and beyond any space international station. Any space international station, because we want, as a distinct natives, even the planetary planets beyond the Newton's planet, to take a listen of the discovery of the financial discoveries. When we move from beyond 100 million, what do we get after 100 million? Please, Mr. Samtana, in the name of the four legs of the table, Mr. Raymond Ackerman, a proud to catch a mackerel. I honor even Trevor Noah, TW Noah, the Bitcoin Kings, Trevor Noah, JT Fox, and Mr. Sister Brian Makaluza. Mr. Ackerman, to directly say to you, my brother, we only have 100 million, and then I introduce it as myself, Sister Brian Makaluza. We have a 10 hundred million, a 10 100 million, and then we will have a thousand, a hundred, we have 100 million, and then we'll have a 10. I wanna refresh myself very carefully. Yes, to refresh myself, we have what, 100 million. From 100 million, we will have 1,000 million. I refresh my phrase. Not 800, we will have 1,000 million. Yes. As from what, 100 million, you will have 1,000 million. 1,000 million. I would like to thank the spirituality and eternity of what, of Ants Africa Pro Bono. Ants Africa Pro Bono, the largest law firm on Africa. So from 100 million, once again, 1,000 million. From 1,000 million, a 10,000 million. A 10,000 million. As from a 10,000 million, 100,000 million. 100,000 million. I hope every planet is listening in the name of the mutants and in the name of what, the mutants. A 10,000 million. From a 10,000 million, 100,000 million. And from 100,000 million, a 100,000 million. You understand? Should I rephrase myself back again to everyone, please? Everyone listening, does it click? Does it fall in place? Does it make sense? I wanna do it again. We have 100 million. From 100 million, 1,000 million, a 10,000 million, 100,000 million, a 100,000 million. I don't know whether when I continue, I will continue and say what. Because now I get the line, I will have, at the long run, no, at great investments, if I invest today, what, a 100,000 million, and I want to be ensured that at the end of the week, I receive a 100,000 billion. Thank you very much. Me, I will ensure that when I do that to my clients, which is what, abroad the universe. We're in the universe now because we opened all the space, but all the space international gates. But we chose to do this today before we do it tomorrow, because tomorrow it will be the National Women's Day. I don't deal with the National Women's Day in the South African public holiday, so we are safe. I'm dedicating it what into the Wendy Ackerman 1,000 Women event of 2018, if you still remember. So from a 100,000 billion, Mr. Donald Trump, it was you who came in the Internet and Immortality to say that in the name of Mr. Raymond Ackerman, we will introduce Tina a 100,000 what, million, billion, trillion when we are still what behind the gates of Space International Station. If everyone is safe, what in every planet across the universe. Which universe will they do? District 6 is still what the number one cyber defense, cyber security of every space international station. When was it discovered? I discovered it as Mr. Prime Makaluza after my 12 years of slavery, while I was manuscripting uh, the manuscripts of modern linguistic terms in philosophy of the Chronicles of Immortality. Gmail, Gmail developers, please Gmail developers, somebody managed to hack my email and deleted every manuscript that was typed what, in my email address that was on draft on a certain date that I still remember. And the subject was written Saboa. And the date, it was the 4th of the 10th of the 2019. It was saved on the 4th of the 9th month or the 10th of the 10th month on my draft of my Gmail account. All the manuscripts typed, they were archived on draft on the 4th of the 10th month or the 9th month of 2019. But now to continue, because over here we are still what at the first company innovation by designs 2023, and also on the Viva Tech. Viva Technology, Viva Tech, oh yeah, oh Viva Tech, technology, innovation by designs, first company campus, Zoom, Zoom, a joint venture of innovation by designs, Zoom, Zoom, daily connect with Scientology, daily connect with silent what with Scientology. Hello, Mr. Ron Hubbard. Therefore, as from 10, 100,000, million, billion, trillion, I'm closing the Space International Gate station of Wako Jako. It's money that crosses over to the outer universe too. Which is why when we were discovering Sisonga and Ngoba together we conquer for the planetary business universe, because what all those discoveries of 10 fruits, 10 veggies, 10 fruits, 10 veggies on a square, 10 square meters, they were also designed for the outer universe, because what our ancestors came from the outer space, meaning that from then they do eat vegetation and fruit. Now we're left with 10 minutes to close it. Football World Cup of 2022 in Qatar in 2022. 2022 Football World Cup. Football World Cup. FIFA of 2022 Football World Cup. FIFA of 2022 in Qatar. So please don't play me. I ain't your brother, but I miss Sean Carter, who my legal whiny weeny whiny on Football World Cup 2022. I therefore call upon the president of Russia and say that I apologize for taking too long to introduce what a wheel of fortune. What in short, simple terms, that would be very, very intellectual. Because the last time I managed to connect with you in eternity and in spirituality of immortality in this boardroom over here, what you were shocked about the designs we designed for the FIFA football flair. Therefore, I have a great innovation right now that I want to introduce in your name. That before we carry on into the Russia Spacewalk Tour 2023, we as the Lamushe Mushe Vamushe, meaning Vamushe Renaissance Innovation Designs, Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, Skumile West Coast Foundation, and the Mushe Zodiac Innotech Creative Creations of the District 6 natives, we have managed to solve for X on how we can really walk and tour the space. But the first thing we always want to ensure is that before that happens, all the countries of our planetary Earth countries that have a spaceship, if in planet Earth we have countries, 6 countries that consist of 6 spaceships. Now in Russia, the time is 1400. In USA, the time is 09 hours. In China, the time is 51 hours. In Korea, the time is 1840 hours. All those spaceship countries that mentioned, they must unleash their spaceship at the same time. That time exactly. And that time, what would be 3